coming up next on EA Sports.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Detroit Lions. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at the Raiders in this matchup. Well, they're pacing the NFL in passing yardage this season. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Love going to throw right away. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Again, it's Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. They go screen with Dillon. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward. Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And his kick here is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. The Lions had 2 and 14 in what's been a tough year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's Eckler again. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Up the middle with Eckler. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Eckler going to get it again on second down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards, good enough for first. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early. And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath, and able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
They'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Running on first down, Eckler. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve, because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now. Way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings. Just so professional, mature. Looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing.
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Once more, here's Eckler. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. Go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. As they come up now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
They'll go with a keeper, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. Scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Lions have moved out in front. So with 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the gut, Fournette. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Love. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's 3rd down and 2.
That's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Love, they go play action now. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He'll check this one off to Fournette. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Again, it's Love. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's up too early, it's going to be pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Love. Got an open man. That's It's C.J. Uzomah. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10. Open man is Uzomah. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Completion was given up, and that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
To the air again, Love. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And the Raiders are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Fournette trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. Throwing. Love. Got a man. It's Johnson. End zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have regained the lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's through, and that makes the lead at 10-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And in the end, it was Deontay Johnson's touchdown catch to cap the drive. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers. There's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Ertz over the middle. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
It's their quarterback with his second touchdown here in this first half as they have taken the lead.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raiders heading out to take over. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Love. Flushed out right. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's its... Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home, the next guy comes through.
And avoids the turnover.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to lead the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn up and pick up the first down.
Love now. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. Back-to-back receptions for him. First down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter, get it to your guy in space. And he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in 1st and goal.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Josh Palmer, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Ekeler. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding Ertz again. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's complete to Adams.
And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Back to throw again.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Gano's kick is good, and that will tie things at 17-all.
So 3 points on the board is easy field goal that you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Here we go.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona. And it's the Cardinals who are out in front as the 2 teams have gone to halftime. Deshaun Watson, a touchdown pass in that first half. From there, we head up to the Pacific Northwest. Check on the Seahawks at home in Seattle. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. Stephon Diggs, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Patrick Mahomes killing it. 3 touchdown passes. On now to a check on the next-gen stats in the first half for the Raiders. And they were able to have some success throwing the football against the secondary. Look for that to continue as they try to break this deadlock. Meanwhile, for the Lions, we get a look at their numbers on the ground in that first half, as they'll be looking to rev things up here in a tie ball.
Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs, so excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense what we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Eckler going to get it again on second down. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying out. Great catch. Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From the 36, Love. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on to blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Out to the right here to Shepard. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of
good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. 4th and short, heads your offense out there. That one stays.
And you know something? Your options change dramatically. Not only is it tougher to go for it, but what if you decided just to line up and try and draw them off sides? If you did it on 4th and short, you could pick up the cheap first down. Now, you still won't get a first down even if you do exactly the same thing.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up the touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Time for another look at this Lions offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now left side on the swing pass. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Looking to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay. Inside handoff down to Fournette. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's got this down to the 35. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
And there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. To throw on 2nd and 10. Love. He finds his man Johnson. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Leonard Fournette. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And they're able to add on to their advantage. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Lions offense set to take over.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The end result, 21 yards. They'll look to throw. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get this to Eckler.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at Ford Field. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll set up a throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Hunter Renfrow, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it was Hunter Renfrow who capped things off with a touchdown reception.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
Well, here we sit, Week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin. Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
On 2nd and 10, Love got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw now. Here's Love.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Jones on the return. The 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. On 2nd down, Eckler. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence.
Touchdown! Austin Eckler, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have taken a 4th quarter lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Extra point try, good by Gano. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And Austin Eckler capped it off with the touchdown reception. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Plenty of
the shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. First down, going to the air with Love. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Love's throw taken in by Palmer. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Okay, right?
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. Got a man. It's complete. It's Palmer. And he is going to have a Raiders first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains. To the air again, Love. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. A handoff to Fournette. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play enough play, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Leonard Fournette with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So now the Lions down 34-31, 2:10 on the clock. A chance to end this season with a bang as they come up with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
No, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. Here's a give to Fournette. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him at 3rd and 1. Love. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Down to a knee goes Love, and that should be the final act of this football game. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business.